Oh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
morning.
Much better. Now, before I get started, I want you guys to notice this beautifully painted white line streaked across the grass here. That is our safety line, stretching from the corner of that masonry over there all the way down to those beautiful bronze mortars. At no point can you cross this safety line because we have guns on this side. But please, feel free to step right on up to that safety line to see all the nice intricate workings of all these weapons, and of course those handsome soldiers working those weapons as well. And now the soldiers standing in front of you, well, we are representing soldiers from Captain Borthwick's company of that 3rd Battalion of the Royal Regiment of Artillery, who would have arrived in Quebec in the summer of 1776, and eventually sailed down here to Ticonderoga, down the length of Lake Champlain, to besiege Ticonderoga in the year of 1777. And that's exactly what they're going to do. These artillerymen trained, of course, in the art of artillery. But of course, with these artillerymen, they're also going to have their own personal arms to really be able to do the more mundane tasks of military life. Will be posting guard to really help out the garrison itself, or maybe more valiantly defending their gun to the last on the battlefield itself. So with these artillerymen here, what they would have done is actually studied all the way back over in the Woolwich Arsenal, back all the way across the Atlantic, all the way back in England. And over there, they actually would have worn the exact same uniforms that you see these guys wearing here today as well. That beautiful blue coat with those red facings and that nice lace trim with that as well. But what they're going to do once they come over here to North America is they're actually going to be forced to trim a lot of this stuff down. Simple reason being, a lot of this British clothing is actually going to be captured on the high seas, and they're never going to get it over here. So of course, these artillerymen, being as nice as they are, they're going to have to do exactly what they can to follow after those infantry guys who got their clothes packed. What they're going to do, they're going to cut their coats a little bit shorter, using all that extra material for actually patchwork that they might need from the last year's campaigns of clothing. Also, what they're going to do is take all the previous last year tents and different things and cut out different pairs of maybe gaitered trousers. That is 2 pairs per individual soldier, as well as 1 pair of breeches to go along with this. Also, what they're going to do, taking those nice cocked hats that they might have had and cutting them down to the hats that you see us wearing today, adorned with a Greek or Roman crest, scarlet for that Royal Artillery, of course, as well. A very professional look for these Royal Artillerymen over here in North America. Now, also what you'd see is soldiers like me, soldiers from the 53rd Regiment of Foot, that infantry guy, drafted into the artillery, because here at Ticonderoga, well, there's over 110 here at this time when those British guys take it over. They're going to need more than just that one company of artillery guys to help man those guns. So they're going to draft people like me from the 53rd, the 62nd, and some French Friedrich guys as well to help these guys out. And that's exactly what you see me portraying right here today. Now, as I said, with all these guys coming over here defending those guns, well, I'm going to have you guys think even previous to that 7 Years' War, or that French and Indian War over here in North America as well. These artillerymen were here on the heights of Carillon, farther inland on the peninsula, sort of just milling about in the field, doing whatever our daily tasks might be doing. And then Captain Borthwick himself, he rides up, he's going to take the hat from his head, wipe that sweat from his brow, look us all in the eye and say, men, those American guys, they're scouts off to the west there. I want you guys to just start shooting at them. That man in the front, he hides behind that rock. Our corporal himself, he's going to take a stump, and the man in the back finding whatever he can, and we're just going to aim down range and shoot whenever we possibly can see them. Now, can anyone tell me what might possibly be wrong with this process?
What do you think all about
Something along the lines of friendly fire, which just happens to be not so friendly after all. So what these artillerymen are going to have to follow is His Majesty's 1764 Manual of Exercise. This is going to be a step-by-step drill where they're going to have to drill hours a day so they can be able to easily and safely maneuver, fire, and load these weapons all at one time together. Now, to begin this entire loading process, these soldiers would get that first command. Head! Target! All snapping their weapons out, bringing them down right under their breast, flipping open that pan, grabbing out a cartridge, biting open the top, exposing that powder and keeping it at their chin for safety's sake. Right! Pouring that small priming charge, putting 3 fingers behind the pan, ready for that next command to cut, hand, 1, 1, 2. Shutting that pan, cashing the weapon about, holding that cartridge right at the muzzle as they all wait patiently for cartridge. Inverting that cartridge, pouring it all the way down the barrel, and just starting their ramrod out of the loops of the weapon itself. Withdraw, ram it. All these guys withdrawing that ramrod, turning it one or a half turn around, and just starting it down the muzzle of the weapon. Ram down, cartridge. All propelling that ramrod all the way down, seating that cartridge at the base of the weapon itself, and then returning that ramrod right to its loop, all but about 6 inches from the end. Return, ram it. 1, 2. Returning that ramrod and snapping back up to this position right here. Once at this position, any officer would know all of his men are all loaded and ready to go. Once given the command, go, fire lock. 1, 2. Now these soldiers can maneuver around a battlefield wherever they need to go, finding that most advantageous position that's really going to help them out. Now, as to is the loading procedure, the firing procedure has this step-by-step process as well to really be able to fire these weapons safely and effectively. All starting with that command, poise your fire lock. 1, 2. Poising these fire locks, just presenting them up in front of their body, waiting for cock your fire lock. All these soldiers cocking their weapons. The front rank soldiers taking a small step back for balance. The rear rank soldiers taking a small step off to the right to shoot in between the guys of the front rank. And now I'm going to warn you, this is coming up on the loud part of the demonstration. Now would be the time to take proper hearing precautions. All these guys waiting for the next command. Present! All taking careful aim down range. And believe me, all these soldiers taking careful aim, as His Majesty 1764 will dictate it, all waiting quietly and patiently for that final command. Fire! All these muskets shooting off at the same time, and these soldiers instinctively snapping back to this position right here. Now this is all well and dandy. These soldiers can follow this step-by-step process every single day, all day long. But you have to remember that they're going to be doing this hours and hours every day, so all that they need to hear is that one simple command. Right, man! Load! Flipping through all of these processes as fast as they can. Getting out that cartridge, butting it open, pouring that small priming charge in, all waiting for very step-by-step commands to still have some sort of functionality so they can be able to maneuver these weapons safely around their bodies. All withdrawing that ramrod, ramming everything down home, once again returning their ramrod, and once all reloaded, snapping back up to this position once more. For any officer would know that they're loaded, told you, fire lock, 1, 2.
But it's not.
Now, this is all well and good as well. These soldiers fighting at about 18 inches apart from each other. This way they can easily maneuver all across the Adirondack wilderness, that tough and terrible terrain over here in North America. But what they can do even further is extend this 18-inch gap apart between the files to double that length. While they do this, what they can do is be able to work with conjunction with the man in front of them to really defend against anyone that they possibly can. Now, while this is happening, what they would do is get that command to commence fire. Front rank soldiers firing off their weapons. The rear rank guy is always ready and reloading, while the front rank guy always has a loaded weapon pointing down range. This is going to be way more effective than that volley type shooting, because in a volley, well, maybe those American soldiers, they just wait till that 10 to 15 second reload period, and then they'd start marching up upon you while you're reloading. And then they'd hide and take cover while you actually go to shoot. This way, as I said, you always have that loaded weapon pointed downrange at all times, so no one can really keep approaching on top. As I said, that rear rank guy continuing to reload, tapping the front rank soldier so that he knows he is finally loaded and can actually shoot off as loaded. These soldiers over here in North America, they can continue this process all day long for hours and hours at a time until given that command to cease fire. At which point those front rank soldiers shoot off their final weapon, all returning to that position right here and moving right back to that 18-inch apart gap right in between the soldiers. Now this is all well and dandy as well, but General John Burgoyne himself, what he's going to dictate over here in North America is the use of the bayonet. What this is, he's going to have a very famous quote, "Bayonets in the hands of the valiant is irresistible." 14 inches of cold steel protruding from the muzzle of your weapon. Once given that command, guard, fix your bayonets. 1, 2, 2. All these soldiers attaching their bayonets, using this whenever they possibly can, being able to run through enemy entrenchments, whatever it may possibly be, to take over any enemy force. 2, 1, 2. Now, I'm slowly coming to the conclusion of our demonstration here, and now as I know all my soldiers are finally loaded, well, or unloaded, I want to let you guys know what's happening here at Ticonderoga for the rest of the day. So at 11:30 or very shortly after I do let you guys go, you're going to have a choice of 2 tours.